That's it, mate.
And that straight back at left hand.
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
mate.
yeah.
Beautiful. On the jazz, like I say, where is that?
Seconds out. Round 3.
Leicester's Martin Concepcion, who's had a mixed time of it of late, but a good win over Max Maxwell just before Christmas. Gained in this Midlands area title, defending against Kevin Hammond from Lincoln, who's only lost 1 of 10. He's blown away his last 3 inside 2 rounds. One of the big bombs going to start landing, and who will take them better?
Hammond has to start getting close again the way he was doing in the opening round. Didn't manage that in the second round. He's just going to have to step up and punch as he moves forward. That was better. Much better.
Just can leave his chin hanging out, Concepcion. That upright style. Did it with Bradley Price and got nailed heavily. Paid the price in that Commonwealth title challenge. Of course, could meet Price in prize fighter if he comes through this. Both just inside the 11-stone light middleweight limit. Hammond chunkier, physically stronger. You sense in there.
And he's getting himself close again, getting the punches out.
He's finding the chin of Concepcion. That's dangerous tactics from the Leicester 28-year-old.
See, I don't think this is the way Concepcion normally boxes. He likes to be aggressive, but he's backing off and he's dropping his hands. This is always adopted a new style for tonight, and I don't think it's a good idea. Good shot from Hammond. Hammond's got that solid look, compact look about his boxing again.
Oh, they're hurling hooks at each other, uppercut from Concepcion. Turning into some trench warfare, and we're only in the 3rd.
Well, we reckon this one would be good, and that's how it's shaping up. This is really good action here.
Harder shots. Fans appreciating them. Is this going to turn into a shootout?
Well, Concepcion's abandoned the idea of moving off with the hands down. He's standing his ground and firing back. But I think Hammond just coming off slightly better. Still has a look of the man in the driving seat. Better though there from Concepcion.
Good round.
That's your fight now, son. You got him into your fight. He's not going to. Hey, listen. Listen, mate. Keep language. Listen.
Excuse the language.
Listen, this is your fight now. Get him into a war, mate. You're pushing him back. You're going to wear him down. Listen, what you're not doing, you're just tapping him on the ropes. You've got to dip that knee and whip that left hook to the body in. You're not throwing no body shots. Nice and quiet.
That was a good session. And is Hammond in the ascendancy?
Yeah, he raised the pace in the 3rd round, let the punches go. He was getting close, pushing Concepcion back against the ropes. Okay, some good replies there from Concepcion, but there's a kind of looseness about his defences, and he was made to pay for that a few times. Both landing big punches in that round. I just thought the better work and a little bit more of it from Hammond.
Seconds out. Round 4.
This one warming up very nicely indeed. Martin Concepcion and Kevin Hammond. Good work from the matchmaker to get these two together. Both have had their mini successes early, and they are really beginning to trade. Heavy artillery. There's that chin out from Concepcion. It's the defensive frailties.
I think he was just forced to fire back there by Hammond. He had nowhere to go. He was trapped in the ropes, so no choice but to start firing back. And that was a good exchange from both men.
I've noticed, Jim, over the years with Concepcion, when he's hurt, he really starts to go for it.
Yeah, well, you find that with natural punchers as a kind of survival instinct. I mean, Nigel Benn was the famous one. He was at his most dangerous when he was hurt. In Concepcion, maybe they do what comes natural to them, and that's let the big punches go.
He's always been a puncher, Concepcion. Flattened the excellent amateur Daniel Teasdale a few years back. Good left hook.
And I think he stopped Hammond in his tracks with a right hand there. Hammond just gone to sleep a little bit since that punch. It seemed to give him something to think about there.
Positive combinations from Concepcion. Looks far better when he opens up. This is every bit as good as we hoped.
Just got the feeling that Hammond is not getting the full power into the punches. He's getting a little bit too close to Concepcion. They're just kind of arm punches he's throwing. They're solid, but are not full power. Whereas Concepcion, he has a bit more movement from the hips and getting a bit more snap into his shots.
The Hammond corner calling for him to really dig in the shots. Good uppercut from Concepcion, right through the middle, and again straight lines from Hammond.
So I just think the better quality punching in this round has come from Concepcion. Hammond just getting too close, just kind of pushing the punches out as opposed to snapping them out.
Always the best fights are the ones where you don't know who is going to win at any time.
Well, Hammond's still pressurising, still coming forward, but not quite as effective, I don't feel, in this round. But Concepcion has been made to work for every second, so maybe that'll take something out of his tank.
Good use of the uppercut from Concepcion to take that and maybe square it.
Good round, Mark. Feel okay? Yeah. Hey, you okay? Good luck. Swell your mouth with this.
I just thought the better punching, the more solid punching came from Concepcion in that round. He was put under pressure a lot of the round. It's probably a round that took quite a bit out of him. But as you can see here, thumping punches, whereas Hammond seemed to be pushing a lot of his punches, not the same snap, and the uppercuts really were impressive from Concepcion. So, tough and close battle we have here.
Hit the ropes, get out. Feel the ropes and get out.
Rollers, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
Well, only 4 rounds have gone, and it's already an intense seesaw type of affair between Martin Concepcion and Kevin Hammond. They know each other well. Leicester against Lincoln. Hammond slightly older at 29, but not with the experience, and certainly hasn't fought in the class that Concepcion has. He's got plenty of confidence, though. He's won 8 of his 10, Kevin Hammond. Both have had their moments, Jim.
Yeah, and I think Hammond, his tactics have always been right in every round, but just he needs to put the snap into the punches in every round. A couple of the rounds for me, he's just kind of been through the motions, good tight defence, but he needs to find that snap that we've seen in a couple of rounds from him earlier.
Bricklayer by trade, Hammond, a joiner, Concepcion. Tough, hard-working fighters, and they're in excellent condition. Here comes Hammond again.
See, that's what Hammond should be doing. He should be raising the pace and dropping it. He's just at the same pace all the while, and it's as though Concepcion knows exactly what's coming next. So maybe has to try to find a way to spring a few surprises. That's better.
Good burst from Hammond. Back sets up Concepcion on these ropes. He then feels he can deliver the combinations.
There's good pressure too, which could maybe pay dividends in the last few rounds. He's making Concepcion work every round, just exchanging good punches there.
Gets a hard and fast pace. Could come down to fitness and stamina down the stretch if we get that far. Blood from the mouth of Concepcion. Trying ring movement. He's on top of him again, Hammond.
So that's what he needs to increase the volume. Hammond, he's getting himself close, but allowing the pot shots to come back from Concepcion. So if you're going to march into punching range, then you have to be punching. It's been better again in this round. That's it. If you get close, you have to let some punches go. Much better.
Good right hands from Hammond. Concepcion takes both. Uppercut from Concepcion.
Just the odd sign that the pace is beginning to get to Concepcion.
It swung again towards Kevin Hammond.
It's lovely. Had one bit of success there when you drop your left hand.
Yeah.
Think, keep concentrating on switched in that bucket lot. What your mouth at, okay.
Come on, mate. Every time you give him an hard shot, he can't take your power, right? But it's no good just following him around the ring and not throwing punches.
Yeah.
Listen, don't worry about your fitness. You've trained hard. Don't you worry about your fitness, yeah? Listen to me.
Yeah, that could be key.
Yeah, but well, another excellent round for the fans. And Hammond did let the punches go. I think they're telling him in the corner, no use following this fellow around, have to let the punches go, and that's exactly right. He's getting himself close, but too often he's not letting the punches flow, but he certainly did in that round. But it's swaying one way and then the other. What a good battle this is. The stats favour Hammond at the moment, but a really close one.
A really good one here between Martin Concepcion and Kevin Hammond. Concepcion may have dealt in higher class, but that's all out the window now. It's what's in front of him in Hammond. He's had a couple of good battles with Lester Walsh, Concepcion's stablemate. Here comes Hammond again as they let the punches fly.
That was a lovely left hook from Hammond, and it looked as solid as he can deliver. And Concepcion took it okay. So I wonder, does Hammond have the power at this level? Time will tell. We know Concepcion does.
4 knockouts in his 8 wins, Hammond.
Yeah, Hammond is upping the work rate. I mean, I always feel his tactics have been right. He's been doing everything right, but maybe just not supplying the volume of punches. He's trying to do that now.
Volume there from Hammond. He's trying to load up Concepcion. The referee, Sean Messers, hardly had to do a thing. It has been very intense. Who's going to tire first?
Well, it's usually the one placed under the pressure who struggles with it, and that's been Concepcion. Towards the end of the previous round, he looked to be gulping for oxygen. But they're both in good shape, so obviously the minute's rest gets you back firing again.
They might not be world beaters, they might not even win a British title. But at their level, they're giving us a really good one.
Concepcion becoming a little bit ragged now. I think that's maybe down to the constant pressure he finds himself under. He's been forced to work. You know, he doesn't have a plan he can follow. He's the one who's having to react to what Hammond does. So the tactics, as I say, have been good from Hammond. And the work rate now is right. So I think things are swinging in his favour at the moment.
Yeah, good work from Hammond, and marked up under the eye, the right eye now, Concepcion, and a left hook. This is maybe the first time that Hammond can put a couple of rounds together. and that could be crucial.
Yeah, but as I say, signs the Concepcion becoming a little bit ragged, easier to catch. Defences have scattered a little bit. Still dangerous. And I think Hammond is still mindful of that.
But more solid, Hammond. More sturdy.
Mate. Listen to me. Listen. Yeah, listen.
Calm down.
You're not throwing no uppercuts inside. And that left hook to the body, listen. Listen, that left hook to the body is wide open, mate, and you're not throwing it. You're getting him on the ropes, just tapping his head. Sink them knees and whip that left hook into the body.